All right, Steve Denise here, Director of Market and Product Development at Mazak Seeds, joined by Henry Prinzen, Market Development Agronomist. Henry, we're early May, we've had some rain, but we do have some corn in the ground, and it's time to evaluate where we're at.
Right, Steve. So, the first thing I think we got to think about is we put some corn in here in April. We're going to have to evaluate it when it comes out. Is it going to be fine? Most circumstances, yes. We're going to have to evaluate how good is it, right? So here, I pulled some seeds. You can see the radicals are coming out. That's the first shoot on the root, right? And then your coleoptile is the shoot that comes up out of the ground. These have been in the ground, not quite a week, and they've moved very little. So it's going to cause some possible uneven emergence, right? So I got my shovel, I got my seed depth finder. We dug up the seed. It was planted at a nice depth, 2.5 to 3 inches. It planted beautiful here, but with this cold, slow start, we're gonna have uneven planting, right? So, I was talking to a grower yesterday and he goes, how many times in the fall do we go, what happened? That corn was no good. It must have been the seed's fault, must have been the variety's fault. Maybe I didn't have the right herbicide program, not the fungicide, not enough nitrogen. Maybe it was the day you planted. Some days, we got to get the crop in the ground, but sometimes maybe it wasn't the right day, and one day makes a difference. So really go out and evaluate, look at emergence, how well it emerges in 24 hours once it starts poking through. Maybe go do a flag test, but really assess emergence and your planter performance this spring, because that might be the difference when it comes fall time, not the hybrid, not your fertility, not your fungicide program.
And certainly something to keep in mind as you plan for 2026.
For sure, Steve.
Yeah, very good. All right, so go out, check your stands, check where you're at.
Awesome.
Very good. That's our AgroMinute for today.